Today we're in Belleville, New Jersey, and we're going to be exploring. Let's go. Alright, we're on Washington Avenue, which is obviously the main street here. It's where all the bustle and hustle is. So we're coming to the corner of Washington Ave and Belleville Ave. This is like where a million cars come through. Here we found the Belleville Town Hall, right on Washington Ave. Behind these trees, you see the Ukrainian flag because of the current conflict going through Ukraine right now and Russia. For people that are watching this many years in the future, it was a pretty contentious time, Russia and Ukraine, the war. Here we have a Christopher Columbus statue. Because of the Italian roots in North Jersey, a lot of towns have Christopher Columbus statues. And whether you agree with that or not, well, might as well show you. Here we found the Belleville Public Library with a St. Patty's Day lion right in the front because it is March. Very festive of Belleville. We found Belleville Middle School. You see here, and across the street is a funeral home where they filmed Liv Soprano's funeral in The Sopranos. Liv Soprano was Tony Soprano's mother, of course. And it was right here on Washington Avenue where they filmed an episode of The Sopranos. Let's go across the street and check it out. Tony Soprano's mother, after she died, they filmed it right here. We're an episode of The Sopranos. Here we are, what, 20 years later? After The Sopranos was filmed here, it still stands to this day. Here on Washington Avenue, we found a thrift store, and right next to it, a broken payphone. I've always wondered what the inside of a payphone looks like. Well, there it is. Just a few wires. And that's it. The end of an era. We found Belleville Plaza, right on Franklin Ave. Here's a Dunkin'. Here we are. What are we finding next in Belleville? We're on Union Avenue in Belleville and Jorleman Street and Union Ave. Here we found it. We're in Belleville Park, and it's kind of a beautiful park around here. Behind me is the Essex County Hospital, and it sits on this hill right near Franklin Avenue. It used to house mental patients many years ago. It housed the elderly, it housed people with infectious diseases. It was used in many different ways, but it's been abandoned for many years. For all the people who have lived in Belleville, of course you have driven past this many a times as it sits ominously on the hill. You see the Taste of China restaurant. And actually, Belleville was the first city on the East Coast with a Chinatown because after many Chinese refugees built the Pacific Railroad, they settled in Belleville, New Jersey. Belleville, New Jersey is one of the only places that accepted Chinese immigrants into their town. So Belleville has that interesting history to it. I love how old this sign is. It says 1976. Belleville Historical Society. It's the Belleville's first firehouse. It was built in 1882. It's just funny seeing the old signs. Usually I see the new ones that were built in like 2011, like historical societies around towns. Belleville Reformed Church, originally here in 1867. It was destroyed by a tornado. And it's funny to think about tornadoes in New Jersey because we don't get them often. Sometimes, but not often. So it was rebuilt again and again until the current structure was built in 1853. Here in the cemetery next to the church, 60 Continental Army soldiers are buried. You see all the old gravestones. On the Belleville Turnpike Bridge, you see the Passaic River over here. And this is a pretty iconic bridge here. Across the way is North Arlington and Kearny. Kearny to the right, North Arlington to the left. Right here as we enter Belleville. Here we are. Wow, so it's called the Rutgers Bridge. And here it was the first wooden bridge built in 1790. Anthony Rutgers of the Rutgers family, for which Rutgers University is named. That's gonna be it from Belleville, New Jersey. Thanks for watching.